It's not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, double check your notifications are on. Double check you're still subscribed to the channel. And if you're leaving comments or likes, double check it's working properly, because they are going overboard with the suppression of the videos of the channel. Listen, I haven't been putting out a lot of videos lately because I've been a little busy taking care of some things, but I've been thinking about this shorting. And I'm not just talking about naked shorting, I'm talking about shorting in general. There is no way this should be legal. In any other industry, it would not be allowed. In any other industry, if you engaged in this behavior, you would be indicted for fraud. Can you imagine? You own a house, and you give it to a real estate company to manage this house for you, to make sure this house is running good. And then the real estate agency not just rents your house out, but they actually lend it to somebody who sells your house to somebody else and gives them title to your house. Would that be acceptable? Would that be allowable? Of course not. That would be fraud. That would be a felony. Could you imagine you park your car in the garage, and then when you park your car in this garage, they're watching a car for you, and then they loan your car to somebody without your permission, and then on top of that, the person they loan it to sells your car to somebody else and gives them a title to your car. What would happen to everybody involved in that scheme? Everybody involved in that scheme would be charged with fraud, would be charged with a felony. You own a co-op and you lease it out to someone. You say, okay, you can lease my co-op. And this person, then who you leased your co-op to or your condo to, they take your condo and they sell it to someone and give them title to your condo. What would happen to that person? They would be indicted. This is what naked shorting is. They're borrowing something that they don't own, and then after they borrow it, they sell it and give people title to something that they don't own. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. It is illogical. Anybody who thinks about this in a logical, functional state of mind has to see that this should be illegal. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. And don't tell me, well, that's the law. Just because something is the law doesn't mean it's right. Just because they made it legal doesn't mean it's right. Look how long Jim Crow rules and laws were legal in the United States till the Supreme Court shot them down and said that you can't do that. Okay? Just because you make rules that benefit a small segment of society while taking advantage of a larger segment of society doesn't make the rules right. And if we took the short selling rules in front of Supreme Court and used the analogy of these laws that benefit a small segment of society while taking advantage of a larger segment of society, they would determine that the short selling rules would be illegal. Can you imagine a shareholder? A company has 1 million shares, and then they just create 1 million more. They just create 1 million more out of thin air, and then sell them into the market and give people title to these shares that do not exist. They do not exist. And a lot of times, the share owners don't even know their shares are being lent out. How in the world is this illegal? Is this legal? How is this legal? When you look at it, from a basic common sense standpoint, shorting should be illegal across the board because it would not be acceptable in any other industry, any other segment of society. In any other segment of society, if you engage in the exact same behavior that these shorters engage in, you would be in jail. You would be indicted for fraud. And then when we add the naked shorting aspect of this, it just goes to another level of criminality, in my opinion. I mean, it's absolutely crazy that the SEC, the DOJ, FINRA, and the DTCC allowed this to go on every single day when this should be criminal activity, because in any other industry, this same behavior would be criminal activity. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that shorting stocks should be criminalized? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.